Hey, this is Excel Mage bringing you dispatch 3 of Excel for accounting. On this dispatch, I'm going to show you how to use a pivot table. A pivot table is a very flexible tool which summarizes data for you. It has like a whole myriad of applications, and I use it every day. So take a look at this example data. This would be like weekly sales for a fictional zombie supply company. In this column over here, I have a salesperson. This one is a dollar amount, the region, and a fictional zombie supply product. And for multiple reasons, I might want to summarize some of this data. So let's look at these, for example. See Lewis over here, Lewis Fico, my boy, shout out. He sold something over here, and again over here. So we need to like summarize that data and see how much each salesperson sold. So highlights the whole section of the table, including the headers all the way down to the last row of data. Go over to Insert, Pivot Table, and then this prompts up. This is the data field over here. You can see it's all the data on the Raw Data tab from A2 over here all the way down to D25. So just leave that as is. Down here it gives you a choice if you want a new tab or an existing tab, and if you pick an existing tab, it's asking you to pick where you're going to lay it down. Right now I'm just going to do an existing tab. Click on the location and pick a random spot on the Excel sheet. Hit OK. You'll see this pop up. This is a blank pivot table, and over here are the fields. Now, if we're looking for the top salesperson, we're going to click salesperson because it's grabbing the salesperson, and then click on the dollar amount. So this is going to take all of them and summarize it. So for Lewis, we see he sold 12K over here and 8K over here, which is 20K, and on the pivot table we see he sold 20K. So there's other things we could do with it. We also notice that the sales took place in a specific region, and say we want to see what each region sold, this month or this week. We unclick salesperson, we click region. But say like we have a more complex marketing situation, we want to see like what the sales for each product by region were for the week. So we could select product over there, and then it'll break it down into the list form. So we can see in the east, the totals up here, it's 46.3, and then each one of the categories, what it sold in flamethrowers, what it sold in machetes, what it sold in medical supplies, etc. If we want, we could move the product to another axis. So I'm dragging it. Oh, I'm sorry. Clicking on it, that's a left click. Dragging it up diagonally and dropping columns. So now you see it aligned itself out like horizontally, like a grid. So that could be a useful way at it. You see whenever I move my cursor off of the pivot table, the box on the right disappears. So back on the pivot table, box is back up. Say I'm looking at like each product, and I want to see where the most hazmat suits were sold, which was in the South. This is another thing you could do. Just by right-clicking it and dragging, you could like flip how the data is being summarized. You could see how many uses this would have. Okay, let's add a new transaction. I'm going to show you how to update the pivot chart right now. So we're going to give Lori at a sale. And say he had a good week, so he sold 10K. And yeah, we'll keep it shotguns. So now we're going to click on the table, go up to data. Ooh. I'm sorry, yes, the Analyze tab. Change data source. We'll see we have to include the new information, so we could either highlight it on here or we could change it by typing. I'll just change by typing because I already showed you how to highlight. But change that 25 to a row 26. Hit OK. And Laureate, where are you? 16, there we go. But one thing about the pivot tables is it does not auto-calculate. If I go change this 10,000, just take out a 0, make that 1,000. We're looking at Laureate over here. See how I clicked? It's still 16,000. What you do when that happens is you have to right-click and then go to refresh. You see the number changed. So those pivot tables are not automatic. So new data, refresh the pivot table, and you're good. Okay, I guess that's it for this episode. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.